Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to talk about the question, well, it's arguably a question: is the CLA45 AMG a real AMG? Now you might ask, well, of course it's a real AMG. There's a real AMG engine in there, but a lot of people know AMGs as big engined cars. So what I decided we're going to do is I'm going to go for a drive. Whoops, don't know, walking with these white trainers and that thing, but yeah, going back to this, I want to go for a drive with a C63 AMG first, talk about that car, then come back to this car, go for a drive in this car, and discuss whether I think, in my opinion, this is a real AMG. You know, now that I have two AMGs, I think I've got a bit of room to really speak about them. But anyways, this will be just my opinion, especially this car. I've been driving now for almost a year, so I know this car very well. And my C63 we got now, we'll have it like a month, 6 weeks. So what we'll do is we'll drive both cars and discuss whether I think this is a real AMG. And with a touch of the hand, and here we are. So that was fast though. So here we are in my C63 AMG, and for those non-regular viewers or non-subscribers of my channel, you haven't seen this car, so here's a little walk around from the outside of this car. The point of this video is that I get sometimes people tell me like, yeah, like on my CLA45, they say that's not real AMG, and they say the problem with Mercedes AMG is like they try and add stickers, AMG stickers, to like quite a few new models like the E43, C43 and so on. So I don't know, I'm not here to say what isn't a real AMG. I'm here to talk about my two cars, the CLA45 and this car. But the main topic is my CLA45 doesn't feel like a real AMG. For those who like claim they're not really sure if it's a real AMG, let's go for a little drive in here, see how this feels, and then we'll go back into my CLA45 AMG. I know it sounds all very confusing, but I really wanted to do this video like head to head, from my personal experience. And I'm not just a car reviewing guy like most of these YouTube videos are. I actually live with these cars day to day and drive them quite a bit, so I actually think I can speak, you know, from my behalf. Anyways, let's put this in sport mode, because why not? And you know what, Sport Plus, we've had rain for like weeks, so finally took a bit of traction there, but once you see now it's kicked in. yes Woo! That downshift, oh my god. All right. By the way, we're just going up to the speed limit, okay? Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna admit that RS5 there's an RS5 that just passed. He kind of tried to show off his sound, but it didn't sound as good as this. Sorry guys. Yeah, back to this. I forgot already what I was saying, guys, but obviously we're not gonna argue the feeling, the power. It's different because, again, you're not going to compare a 2 litre to a 4 litre V8. Driving this car definitely feels very special. Every time you put your foot down, doesn't have to be on sport mode, even on standard comfort mode, it feels special, okay? So you definitely feel like you're driving a special car driving this car. It doesn't have to be fast speeds. Regular driving, it feels very special. So this is the first like real impression you'll get driving this car. Wow. And guys, by the way, this is below the speed limit, okay? Whoa, I was gonna say yum because the sound is so yummy. I know it sounds mad, but Alright, let's calm down. Let's put this back into comfort mode, because let's get back to the video. Well, you guys probably would rather want to watch me have fun with the car than me chatting, right? But that's not the point of this video, although we will definitely do other videos, more fun driving. I'm definitely waiting for those better days, summer days, good weather. Got to do some nice road trips, driving and all of that stuff. So make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. So back to what I was saying is, driving this car feels very special. So I put the car back now into comfort mode, and it just feels like you're driving a special car. You know, I don't feel like I'm driving a standard car. And the road presence this car has, people look at this car all the time. People know it's a special car. Even if it's not like a petrol head, they will know that this is not a regular car. And that's the vibe I get all the time driving this car. And yeah, so this is definitely like got a special feeling to it. I can't help myself but stop doing this. This is very addictive, guys, and owning a car like this, you're at a high risk, like probably a 95% risk of losing your license. So that's something you have to consider. But that's really the main feeling I get by driving this car. It feels special. It's not about power head to head, because this is not a comparison video. This is just, I'm trying to give you a perspective of different ownerships, like owning this car and that car, and then tell you if I think the CLA45 is a real AMG. So without further ado, this was just a little drive with this car to give you my perspective when driving the C63 AMG. Now let's get back to, oh, actually I also want to open up the bonnet on this car. I've never actually opened it yet, and I want to show you guys the engine, because obviously AMG engines definitely go together, right? So we're gonna open up this engine, have a look, check out this engine, and then we're gonna get back to the CLA45, take it out for a spin, and then I will give you my final opinion, really, if I think that's a proper AMG. About to get washed, and yeah, let's just give you the walk around for those who haven't seen it yet. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you waiting for? You should subscribe to the channel. But anyways, let's open this bonnet, because that's really what we want to see. And have a look. This is the heart of the car, this massive V8. Look how big this engine is, guys. Massive. I mean, this is my hand here, right? Tiny hand. My hand is actually not tiny, but yeah, very big engine, and looks good as well. Look how they just fit everything in. And let's see who was the special person. There, that's the person who signed my car. Martin or Latin, I'm not sure. Guys, let me know. Latin Joppy. Probably reading it wrong, but that's the guy who built my engine and signed it there. So yeah, and by the way, the CLA45 also has a hand-built engine signed by someone, which you guys will see soon. But yeah, that's the C63. Now let's go back to the CLA45. So let's go. So this is fast. This is fast. Now, as I said, this is not a speed comparison video, but as you saw, I just floored it earlier with a C63, and now flooring it with this. It doesn't feel that much slower. Of course, it doesn't feel as fast, and the delivery, power delivery is completely different, which I'll go into another video. But it does feel fast, and it's got a nice sound to it, especially between the shifts. As you guys might have heard that little bang between every shift. It feels fast, and I must say, sometimes it's actually more fun driving this car, especially in bad weather days, than the C63, because that car you can hardly touch the throttle. This car, no matter what the weather is, it just gives it. So now, by the way, just to mention, we are on sports mode, so that's why it is a bit louder. So obviously these are not first impressions, because I own this car almost a year and I've done many miles in it. I'm gonna floor it first. This car is fun, just as fun. Okay, going to what I was saying is that, let's go straight to the point. I've got this car a year now. I've done all different trips in it, all different types of driving. I haven't done track driving though, but I've done road trips, motorway miles. Okay, let's be sensible. Put it back in comfort mode because, okay. So driving this car is a completely different experience. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it doesn't feel as special compared to driving the C63 AMG for a number of reasons. First of all, a lot of people look at this car and they see it's a performance car, but I don't know if it has this crazy, like, serious road performance car. They kind of see, you know, like today you have Golf GTRs and all these Leons FR, like all those normal cars with a little sport badge. So I don't know if people judge this as that, or they just look at it and think it's just a Mercedes. Although a real petrol head will know it is an AMG, but that's the kind of feeling I get from the general public. Now again, I don't buy cars for the general public or what they think, but this is just like the vibes I get. Second thing is, this car, it's a 2-liter engine, and for a 2-liter engine it is a weapon. Okay, it's very fast, as you guys saw. It sounds pretty nice, and by the way, I still haven't fitted my exhaust. I've got a Miltech exhaust for this car. Yeah, I just haven't fitted it yet. It's lying actually in the boot of this car, so it's crazy. Yeah, still feels special to drive. I mean, I don't feel like I'm driving it. I don't know what this guy is trying to do. That white van driver just almost came into me. I don't know why though. The thing is like this, okay? Before I bought my C63, driving this car was even more fun. Now, because I have the C63, it doesn't feel as dramatic. However, when I really start driving it properly, I do think to myself, wow, this car is a crazy car. And if you would probably ask me if I can keep one of my cars, what car would I keep? If it would have to be a daily driver, I'm not saying I would, but I might consider keeping this over the C63, because this is more drivable day to day. I mean, not that that isn't drivable, but this you can just enjoy it every day properly. The C63, depending a lot on the weather. This car in the rain, I put my foot down, no problems, it goes. No slippage, no traction problems, it puts the power down. And I probably imagine, I mean, if it would be in the rain, this would probably kill supercars in the rain. Just the traction is always there, especially with the Dunlop RT2 Max tires. It's just always on point. In my conclusion, this car is a proper AMG, okay? And this is not a biased video because I own this car. This is just from my experience out of my 2 AMGs. And I don't see why this shouldn't be AMG. Now, there's people out there, especially another C63 owner, we're chatting, and he goes to me, yeah, but you got the new C43s and the E43s, and I don't know, Mercedes keep on bringing different AMG models. I might agree with that point. This car was a legendary car. I mean, everyone knows when this car came out, this 2-liter engine was the most powerful production 2-liter engine in the world, okay? From a factory, no tune, nothing, factory tuned. And it was a special car. I remember when this car came out, the A45 came out, the world was talking about it. This was a serious car. And these times, Mercedes AMG did not have the E43, C43 and all those cars. So in my opinion, this is definitely more of an AMG than those cars I mentioned. But again, I'm not taking away the credit of the other cars. It's just like today, as you guys know, there's so many different AMGs. They kind of put badges on so many different cars, so it kind of takes away the speciality, if that's a word. But this is the way I feel about it. Now again, I'm just the guy on the internet, okay? So everyone is going to have their opinion, and everyone's entitled to have their opinion. So going back to my conclusion, yes, I believe this car is a proper AMG, and it feels like an AMG. It looks like an AMG, however, it doesn't have that really crazy feeling like a C63, but fine, you know. I mean, if you want to have a C63 feeling, you have to pay for it, you know. This car is slightly cheaper than a C63, and you know, in the end of the day, is like you can't have a Ferrari feeling from a Ford Focus. You know, if you want a Ferrari feeling, you're gonna have to buy a Ferrari. So my point, what I'm trying to say is, yes, it's AMG. It might not be the craziest AMG around, but it definitely is a great car. So I was so focused to talking to you about this car that I'm like an idiot, went to the wrong side. Basically my fuel cap is the other side, so I'm just gonna do that. But yeah, that's a bit weird. I mean, I own this car for 1 year, and this is like, how did this happen? That's because I'm with you guys, and I didn't even pay attention to that. So the car is terribly dirty, but the problem is I can't clean the exterior because of I've just refurbished the wheels on the car, and for like a week I can't do any car wash, just to keep the paint, let the paint settle properly. Now let's open this bonnet. I forgot already how this, there we go. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, now obviously you can see the engine is completely different. It's way smaller, but it definitely does look special as well. Here is the person who actually built this engine, Helio Bartel. So as you guys can see, it is a full built AMG engine. But yeah, basically this is the engine. A lot smaller, but it is an AMG engine, and very powerful for a 2-liter engine. So yeah, this is it, guys. This is it. Okay, so this is basically a wrap. So this is my opinion on the CLA45 AMG, and as I said, I'm just a guy on the internet and just share my experience. So that's really it. Thanks guys for watching. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Please, let's get this video 50 likes. Let's try and get this video with 50 likes. So if you're watching, you got the power to do it. Make sure you click that like button, and I appreciate that support. And also guys, you can check the links in the description, some extra ways to earn some money. So check that out, and thanks for watching, and of course subscribe. Bye now.